Hello friends, how are you? Let me share this video in respect of Section 7 of SC and ST Act 1989. The title of Section 7 is Forfeiture of Property of Certain Persons. Now, two types of persons have been divided as far as this section is concerned. One, Section 7 subclause 1. Second, Section 7 subclause 2. Let me discuss the ingredients of Section 7 entirely one by one. Section 7 subclause 1 first and thereafter 2. The ingredient of Section 7 subclause 1 says that a person has to be convicted of the offences of atrocities. This is the first ingredient. As far as the forfeiture of the property is concerned, he has to be convicted, meaning thereby after the completion of the trial, that person has to be convicted, not otherwise. Second ingredient is, it is the discretionary power of the court to declare the property that is movable or immovable belonging to that person who is convicted to be forfeited to government. Third ingredient, the court shall do so by writing in addition to the award of any punishment. Fourth, such property has to be used. It is the condition precedent for or before forfeiting of the property, that such property has to be used for the commencement of that offence under this act. These are the ingredients of subsection 1 of Section 7 of the Act. Now, Section 7 subclause 2, the ingredients of it are: 1. A person is accused of any offence of the atrocities. Second, it is the discretionary power of the special court to pass an order to attach the properties, that is movable or immovable or both, during the pendency of the trial. Third, if the accused person is convicted at the end of the trial, then that property attached during the pendency of the trial shall be liable to forfeiture for the purposes of the realization of any fine imposed by the court. So, subsection 1 and subsection 2, there is a difference between these two sections. First section says that the person has to be convicted. Subsection 2 says a person is under the trial. That means the person accused who has not been convicted yet. This is the major difference. And the property, whether it is movable, whether it is immovable, has to be used for the commencement of the offences of atrocities. Otherwise, property cannot be forfeited. I hope you guys like this video. Thanks a lot.